Guys, getting ready to show you how to put this exhaust on. I'm going to show you what needs to come off real quick. It's pretty straightforward, it's not too difficult. It's a pretty small bike, so everything on here is pretty easy to get off. But what you want to start with is looking at the bike here. You want to come over here and pull this bottom section off of the fairings. Then when you pull this bottom section of the fairing off, you're going to want to unbolt everything here on the back side of the pipe, because there's a connection point right under here, which you would see that would have to come off for the pipe. So you won't take, well, I guess they don't have one on there anymore. Oh, there it is. Couldn't see in the camera. But yeah, so you want to disconnect this so you get your back side of the pipe off, the big old honking muffler. And then once you take the bottom side of the fairing off, trip the steering wheel a little straight here. So making this a little bit easier too. So what you want to do is get in here, and there is some header bolts up there. As you can see, there's 2 on each header. You want to unbolt those to get the header completely pulled off. But go ahead and start pulling the fairings off, which you got a few connections here. You got a connection here, you got a connection underneath, and you got a couple other bolts here and there. I was going to take the whole entire side piece off, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just doing all the performance parts on the bike. So I'm just going to wind up having to pull the tank, which I'm going to have to pull a bunch of other stuff up top here off just to get to that. So I'm going to want, so I can get the bike put back together and taken to the dyno tomorrow. So let me get started on this, and I'll show you during the whole progress. Hey guys, I finally got the bike torn apart here. I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like before I take the stock exhaust off. I'm going to add a couple more things to this since I already have all the fairings off. So I'll go ahead and show you since it's real easy to see it. So here's everything off. You can see obviously the backside of the muffler. Got all this room down the bottom here. You got even your O2 sensor, your oil filter, what have you. But it makes it real easy to get to everything. So when I go to pull the exhaust off, it's going to be pretty straightforward, no issues whatsoever. But I'm going to have to pull the tank off in order to get to a majority of the parts under the tank, like the runners, which I will be doing as well. And then also this little box here will come off. I'll just go through and show you what it looks like once it's removed. I'm not going to sit here and pull all of it off and have a video of it. There's plenty of videos out there of people pulling it off and showing how to take it off. But I'll just show you what it looks like once it's done. So I will be trying back here in a few minutes. Thanks. What's up, guys? So I finally got the exhaust off. It literally took me probably a good solid 5 minutes or so, not even. And that's what it looks like completely taken off here. So you see the whole header pipe all the way back to the big can. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward. You literally just have to unbolt the exhaust from here. Come all the way up under here. There's a little part right here that the bolt and screw goes through that you have to get off a hanger. And then you go all the way over here to where the headers go. And that's what it looks like with the headers off. It's actually pretty neat looking. There's actually a lot of room up under there to get in there, which I'm kind of surprised because the radiator doesn't even have to get unbolted or moved to put the header pipes up in there or take them off. But so here's where the hanger goes, that spot right there. But yeah, I will get the exhaust on here and show you what it looks like once it's all put on. So give me a couple more minutes and I'll get that thrown on, and we can see how good it looks. All right, see you soon. Hey guys, finally got the exhaust on here. Took a little bit longer than I expected. It was just because of this can here. There's a bolt that goes right here. You can kind of see here. And it kind of makes a close gap between here and here. You just got to kind of wiggle the exhaust to get it to fit up right before you tighten it, and then snug it all down, and it stays pretty good. Everything else here you can see it's all installed. The headers are pretty easy just because they were already kind of connected to each other. So it was pretty quick. Everything's all snug, it's ready to go. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to put the fairings on. And once I put the fairings on, I'll let you see what it looks like with the whole bike, everything on. Exhaust looks pretty cool. And this is actually the sticker I was talking about. I switched it from the red and yellow to this gray one that they have on their website. But nice little touch. Hey guys, finally got the new runners installed onto the bike. I just went ahead and pulled them out, put the new ones in, and did the delete over here as well too for the charcoal canister. When you're on the track, you don't really need that anymore. And kind of just, these are your little tank hoses, reroute them, kind of have them come down to the bottom here. One's your vent, one's kind of like your regulator. And then here's what it looks like with the runners on there. Pretty neat, not too crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the DNA air filter in there and get it buttoned back up and hopefully be ready for the dyno here shortly. All right, so this is what it looks like with the new filter on it. It's pretty nice. DNA air filter, what I like about it is how big the filter is. All the other brands are pretty small, little filter mesh. It's actually the same size as what the factory is, which is a lot smaller than what the DNA is. You can kind of, for comparison, to see the two, see actually how much smaller this filter is compared to this one. So just a little bit more surface area for breathing, help out. But that's it. Getting ready to throw back together and hopefully be ready here shortly.